but I started really learning about companies and getting into being an entrepreneur even more and enjoying that. I was never into it before, but because that big just divide happened and that time off that we had, it forced me into a place where I educated myself. And so so now I'm coming out of it, going into doing more music with the guys, but I'm like, okay, what can I do here? So that's when I called up Lance Bass, and him and I are actually starting a company based off of a token that I found online. There's this token called Takinu, and it's an adorable character that we're creating an intellectual property on top of it. We want to create cartoons, want to create merchandise. Passionate about video games, so I'm going to create an actual a video game based off of this character, Tsuki. And so we're in the middle of that. But what's really cool is that the whole DeFi is involved in it. So there's this token that's sort of like underneath it all. And that's really cool.
I love Lance. I've been in Lance's home.
Oh, really?
Because I've done his podcast with him.
Yeah.
And when I did it, probably about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I did it from his home. He's a beautiful home in the hills.
Yep, we were just there.
He has a neat little office, not a very big room, but a great little office. And he did the podcast right from his office. And, and I love him very much. Please send him my best.
I will. And this leads into another thing from the entrepreneurial side of things. We went to Rocco's, his club,
which is doing well, I hear.
It's really doing well, and that's where I think that was the first night. It was after our event that we did.
So Lance Bass opens a bar and doesn't call his buddy
Can you believe
and
it?
say, "Can you help me on any of this?"
He's going to hear this. He's going to be like, "What the hell, Nick?"
Yeah, bust him for that.
Set me up. Yeah. So we go there, and it was a great experience. Great. We had a lot of fun. It was, and that was one of the things I was talking to him about. I'm like, I really. I love live music. I love live music that's played in bars.
Me too.
I'm really passionate about it. Maybe that stems from the beginning of the conversation.
Can I say something will shock you? I have the only patent ever issued by the federal government for the designing of music to achieve a desired ambiance in a hospitality property.
Wow.
25 years ago, I created a company called Music Plan.
Wow.
And the concept is you got a business plan, you got a marketing plan, you need a music plan.
Yeah, it's so true.
So I took a computer database and I paid a bunch of DJs a lot of money, and it took us 2.5 years to put at the time 57,000 songs into a database. We categorized them by beats per minute key, so we could stay within the same key when we mixed. And then we broke it out by music type, pop, rock, classic, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then we color-coded it by energy level based upon instrumentation type, vocalization type, and all that. And you'd put together this grid, and then we had a computer program that we put your music demographics in. Lunch, the demo is this, dinner, the demo is that, and it would search it was called Autophon or something, every record on every album in the world, and it would print up the 900 songs that you need on as few discs as possible back then.
Wow.
And then, so hotels and all these companies, we had thousands of clients. We'd stock their DJ booths. This was vinyl back then. With all the records, we designed their music programs, with all beat per minute curves and left turns and weaves, and we had all these different kind of music programs. And then CDs came out, and computer technologies came out. Was the end of music. but it was great for a few years while it lasted. So when you say that, buddy, I'm with you. I get it. You can take, but this as a Backstreet Boy, because you can take the same set, change the order of those songs, and it's not like you're the same band. It's unbelievable, the difference in energy and pace.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like it, live music. And going back into what I was saying, I have aspirations to, start a bar maybe someday and really focus on putting like a really great stage in there, and have it be something. Maybe you should help me out with that.
I'd love to help you out with that.
So down in Key West, actually.
This is the city to do it. See, Key West too, but Key West is great. You have a place in Key West.
Yeah, we're actually we have a place down there. We're actually building a house down there, so nice. I love it. We're boaters. We go out. My wife's been a master diver for years, and so kids love it. They love playing in the sand, and we go out to all the reefs. I don't know if you've been down there, but really, really integrated into the community down there, and I love it. And doing a lot of another thing too in my life. Being a parent is I'm focusing a lot on like a lot of philanthropic things. Doing things, and out here especially, I was able to connect with Cure for the Kids. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, I do.
The hospital out here, really incredible place. And we did a lot of stuff with the Boys and Girls Club out here when we did the residency, and doing stuff down there in the Keys with the ocean, and trying to find ways to just give back to the communities, and that's really important to me right now.
Hey, no freaking excuses. Don't shut this podcast down. Click here to subscribe or click here to watch more, but do it.